determination, hard work, diligence, risk, fearless. Join us as Ed Foxworth talks with existing business owners, government, and community leaders to uncover what it takes to become an American entrepreneur.
Hello, I'm Ed Foxworth, and I invite you to join me on American Entrepreneur.
Well, you really don't need that. You need to go back to what Booker T. Washington said years ago. Start where you are with what you have, knowing that what you have is plenty enough. So my question to those individuals, what do you want to do? Why are you here? What is your purpose? Have you identified your area of excellence?
But the immigrant entrepreneur is the most incredible risk taker you will ever see, in that they're willing to risk everything, and when I say everything, it's probably nothing, to do what they have to do to open up this business. I mean, the American dream, for an immigrant is, I'm going to over there and start my own business and be successful.
How do you take charge of your own life? Entrepreneurship and business, to me, is more important today than any other time in the history of this country. It may be harder because the big companies are now taking over everything and franchising everything, and now you can find everything in the mall. It's hard to compete when prices are so low that even if you went into business, you wouldn't make any money.
Days of company loyalty are gone. You can be within 6 months of retirement with lifetime medical, and if it is expedient for the company to cut you, that's going to happen. This stuff about 40 years, 40 hours, and a gold watch, that's history. We're in a highly transient and mobile society. You need to recognize that the only stability you have is counting on you.
Entrepreneurship is the way to go, it sounds like.
No question about it.
Once Ford Motor Company gets back on its feet, and they will, and General Motors is soundly back on their feet, and they will, that's just an example of how, as you pointed out, Fred, when you're talking about the browning of America occurs and those of us with discretionary dollars to spend, if the business case is made because of, for example, Ford, Chrysler, General Motors belongs to the $1 billion roundtable. Those companies spend $1 billion a year with women and minority-owned businesses.
Coming up on the next American Entrepreneur.
There's often this thing that people don't understand about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
And it's that internal drive and what makes. Now, if you had to compare between corporate America and your wealth of experience and entrepreneurship, which would you choose and why?
Well, I'll tell you, corporate America was good to me. Without corporate America, I wouldn't be able to do this. But I will say this, I mentor a lot of young men. My advice to them is go for what you love. Go for something that you are passionate about. Don't go just because of the money. Because if you are an entrepreneur, you're just doing that just for the money, you're going to be out of business so quick, you won't know what happened.
This is American Entrepreneur, and I'm Ed Foxworth.